He was just a single dad walking his little daughter to school, until he saw her. The woman he once called his wife. The one he thought had vanished into the wind. But today, she wasn't the same woman who left. She was surrounded by guards, 5 children in tow, and the insignia on her uniform made his breath stop cold. She was now the deputy defense commander of the nation. And the man who'd once held her when she cried, could barely stand on his worn-out prosthetic leg. Dad. His daughter tugged at his sleeve, her small voice snapping him back to the street outside the defense headquarters. Why are you staring? He forced a smile. Just someone I used to know, sweetheart. But his heart was pounding. 10 years had passed since Captain Ryan Cooper, a decorated combat medic, was medically discharged. War had taken his leg, and his marriage. He'd watched her leave after their son's funeral, broken by loss, unable to forgive him for not being there when their boy died of fever. He never blamed her. Some wounds ran too deep for both bullets and bandages. Life after service was hard. He worked night shifts as a mechanic, sometimes 3 jobs, just to keep his daughter's school fees paid. The uniform he once wore with pride was now folded at the back of a drawer, gathering dust beside medals he could no longer look at. And yet, seeing her now, his ex-wife, Commander Evelyn Shaw, reignited something inside him. Not bitterness. Not anger. But questions. How did the woman who'd once sworn she couldn't handle military life become one of its top leaders? That evening, he sat by his daughter's bedside, tucking her in his rain-whispered against the window. Dad, were you in the army too? She asked sleepily. He nodded softly. Yeah. A long time ago. Like the lady we saw today. The one in uniform. His throat tightened. Yes, sweetheart, exactly like her. He thought he'd never see Evelyn again, but fate had a different plan. 3 days later, while volunteering at a veterans event, his quiet way of giving back, he heard a familiar voice behind him. Ryan. He turned, and there she was. Close enough to touch, yet so far away it hurt. Evelyn stood in her crisp uniform, the same steel in her eyes, though softer now around the edges. I didn't think you'd, she started, but her words trailed off when she noticed his prosthetic. Her face fell. Ryan, I didn't know. He smiled faintly. Life's full of things we didn't know, EV. The silence between them was heavy. Years of anger, regret, and unspoken love hung in the air like ghosts neither dared to confront. I heard about the promotion, he said finally. Deputy Defense Commander. That's impressive. She looked down. It doesn't feel like it. Not when I left so much behind to get here. Ryan wanted to tell her he understood. That he'd forgiven her years ago. But before he could, a young boy, about 5 years old, ran up and clutched Evelyn's leg. Mom, are we going home? Ryan froze. 5 kids. None of them his. And yet, in that moment, he realized something powerful. Life had moved on for both of them. But neither had truly healed. A week later, the news hit national headlines, a potential cyber attack targeting military hospitals. Evelyn was leading the defense response. And Ryan, though out of service, knew the systems better than most. Without hesitation, he showed up at the command center gates. I can help, he said simply. The guards hesitated, but Evelyn spotted him from across the hall and waved him in. Within hours, Ryan's experience and calm leadership helped prevent a nationwide crisis. They worked side by side through the night, like old times, no bitterness, no past, just 2 souls who knew how to fight for something bigger than themselves. When it was over, Evelyn stood beside him, exhausted but grateful. You saved thousands of lives tonight, she whispered. He shook his head. We did. For a moment, she looked at him the way she once did, not as the man she'd left, but the man she'd always loved. I never stopped being proud of you, Ryan, she said softly. He smiled through tired eyes. And I never stopped hoping you'd find peace. As dawn broke over the city, Ryan walked home holding his daughter's hand. He looked back once at the defense building, watching Evelyn step into a waiting car. They were on different paths now, but both had found redemption in their own way. Later that night, as he uploaded the story of the cyber attack to his small veteran vlog, he looked straight into the camera and said, sometimes life takes everything from you, your career, your family, your purpose. But if you keep doing the right thing, even when no one's watching, life finds a way to honor you back. Never stop believing in second chances.